Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing good. Now we are going to understand about pandas renaming operation and how to perform on different data sets. So without delay, let us start. So in our last video, we understood about how to load dataset by using different method of inputs and how to save them in different kind of output format, right? Now we will understand on how to rename a particular column or particular row or index means it's basically we are renaming the whole row, right? So how to a particular few columns, how to particularly rename complete columns, the whole columns. So all those things we will understand. So let us start now. So here I have taken one example of like I have already said that you can download different kind of practice data sets from Kaggle, and there is another one which I told you, UCI. So both the things you can use, and you can download the practice data sets which will help. And like I said, most of the times we are giving input as either large data sets in the form of CSV or Excel or SQL. Okay, now I will load my dataset first, because I already mentioned that this environment which we are working, it's a runtime environment, and here we have to load dataset every time whenever you will work. So let me do that first. Let me take perfumes dataset. So my dataset is loaded and it will be there only for this session. Now let me read my CSV. So in the first line I have let me run that pandas library first. In my first section, I am loading my data and with read CSV, and I am reading my data with head and tail, I said, right? So head by default it is giving me 5 rows. Now let us see what are the columns present. So I have told you, like, we can see by data dot columns, where we will be able to see all the columns and the data types associated to it. Now let us see how to rename specific columns. How to rename specific columns. Now you can see I have taken a variable and I am using dot rename. So when you will rename, you can just simply use dot rename. At that time you can use columns. There is a method. Inside that method there is a property called columns, and that columns you can use like this. So how like, just think about it, that you want to rename something. So when you will rename, the first thing what will come into your mind is, okay, now first I have to take the old name, then I have to use the new name, right? This is the similar way. The first one inside the dictionary, the first key, the key one which we are talking about is, it's a key and it's a old name, and the new name is your value. So this is a key value pair we have used, and we have called our rename method. Now we will see the head of those renamed columns. Let us see. So you can see after renaming those columns, you can see my brand become perfume brand, right? And my perfume, the second column which is there as a perfume, that was renamed as perfume underscore name. So this is how you can rename specific columns. Now let us see next example, where I am renaming all columns whichever in my list, and when you are taking this, right, at that time you have to have match with the complete length of those columns. You cannot take one column less than that. For example, let me just show you what I'm trying to say here. See how many columns we have? We have here 6 columns, right? Now I am taking 5 columns. I cannot take 5 columns when you are taking all columns, because columns itself is saying that, okay, these are like what we are getting from the columns. data.columns is giving me the list of all column names. Here I am saying that no, my old column names should be replaced with these column names. That is the meaning of this. Now let me get back to okay. Now here you can see that I have taken all column names, and it is not mandatory that you have to change all column names. You can keep the same name as per your choice. Now let me run this and see. Now you can see that all names got changed here, and based on my new column names, this column names changed. So why we need this activity? Why do we need these activities? Sometimes when you are getting data sets, right, those names, those few names are there which are very long, which are very big, and those names you want to keep in a readability format with like just machine readable format, and which will look good when you'll see the large data set. So we have to tweak all those things when we will do. So like that is nothing but a data manje. So when we are performing all these kind of things along with the fitting of data, then training of data, everything we have to do. Then we have something called renaming specific index labels. What we have to do here, I am renaming specific index. So I have considered that you have large data setting and you have indexes. Indexes means what, guys? When by default you are seeing 0, 1, 2, 3, those are nothing but one row, and that one row is getting denoted as a one index number. Okay? So here you can see again I have used data.rename. Here in the top section you can see I have used the top section I have used columns as a property. Here I am using index as a property, and I am passing a dictionary. So you can see in my dictionary what I have passed. I have passed my first, see I have, these are my indexes, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So I am telling that no, I want my first index should be denoted as 1 with characters 1. Similarly, I am saying that my second index is getting denoted as characters 2, TWO. Now, let us see what we are getting. Now, you can see that my indexes are changed, right? It is 0, 1, 2. Now, 1 and 2, now instead of numbers, I am getting ONE1 and TWO2. This is how you can change indexes of a particular data set. And now you will see how to set all indexes at a time. How to set all indexes at a time. And it is again the same method. We have, like when we are performing indexes, we have to consider all indexes at a time because we are taking a list here. Now we are not telling that okay, we have to change specific indexes. Here I have taken a list, but in this case it won't work because I have 1004 rows. And if I have to rename 1004 rows, then I have to pass all names here. All 1004 elements here to rename. It is not possible for my case. That's why it is giving me error. You can see it is giving me error that it is saying the length is expecting 1004 elements. However, new values you have given is 3 elements. So when you are doing this method, right, when you want to change, which is not in regular practice, but you want to change the whole thing, then you have to be very careful. It is not a good practice. If you want to change some indexes, then that is a fine method. That is okay. Now let us see further examples. You want to set new column labels. So what it is saying here, that again it's another method, guys. On top section I have shown you by calling this dictionary where columns is your property. You have used columns property. Here this is another method. What we have done, we have taken set access. like the renaming can be done with set access. So set access, what I did here, you have to pass again all column names. Guys. See, all new columns I have taken, and I have taken all 6 column names. What are the names I want to rename? And see, you can see all 6 names are here. Now, I'm coming here and I'm saying, okay, I am setting the axis with set axis. Then I am passing my new columns, new column names. My axis equal to 1. Axis equal to 1 means, like I already said, it is column wise print, and axis equal to 0 means it is row wise print. And the same thing can be presented like this. Like this. So you can either pass axis equal to 1 or axis equal to columns like this. Now, let us see what is output we are getting. See, all the names the similar way on like the example before, all the name of columns got changed with set axis method. Let us see another example. This is one example where I am showing how to add prefix and suffix. Prefix and suffix of column names. So here you can see I have added a prefix perfume. Perfume doesn't look good. Let me change it to column. Okay. So what I did, I want to prefix my columns with col underscore. Prefix means any name which is existing, that whatever the word you are trying to prefix, it is going to append before or at the starting, before the name or at the starting of the name. So here you can see I have a perfume brand as a column name. So it was appended on the starting of that name. Again, you can see here it is appended on the starting of the name. This is how you can use add prefix, and this is the method add prefix. With add prefix you can do it. Similarly, add suffix, like the way we did before. Again, if you have a column name, you can do that after that name. This is how you can do. I have added column underscore column, and after my name I have added, see, perfume brand underscore COL, perfume name underscore COL. Like that you will get the output. So this is how you can add prefix and suffix. And I have taken one example of how to rename or how to modify the names of a series. So this is one example of series. I have a series of 2, like 10, 20, 30. And I have set my index. I have told you how to set index in my series and pandas, right? And data frame. So this is how I have taken my index, right? An index and series. The element should always match. I cannot take one element less than that, because both the things should match in your index and your number of elements of series or data frame. So I have taken my original series. So this is how what it is printing and how it is printing. And I am adding a suffix, add suffix. So add suffix means what it is going to do? It is going to add a price, like apple is there, banana is there, and orange is there. It is going to add price after all those words. So now let us see the output. So you can see it got changed to apple underscore price, banana underscore price, orange underscore price, and it is printing me the data type of it. So with this we understood how to perform renaming and setting of axis and all. Now I will show you one more thing which is really important, and you have to be very careful while working with it. There is some functionality called in place equal to true. So whenever, most of the times when you're renaming, when you're dropping all those places, right, you have to use in place equal to true to make those changes permanent for your data set. So what this will do, let me run this. Now you can see, me comment this one. Now you can see none type object has no attribute. Okay, let me Let me get another bit. So guys, you can see, as I have changed already, right? I want to again run this, so it won't work. It won't work, right? Already I have changed all those names, and when I'm telling that in like these names should be this, that means already it is there. That is why it is not replacing again, because I have given my in place equal to true, and already you can see my brand become perfume brand and my perfume name become perfume name, or perfume become perfume. So in place equal to true will make your changes permanent. Just keep that in your mind. So with that, we have completed our renaming of like using all functionalities of renaming. So we'll understand further concepts in our upcoming videos. Thank you. Well, that is all for now. We will understand further pandas topics in our upcoming video. And till that time, see you. Take care. Start subscribing, like, share your comment, and share your feedback if you really like the content. It will help me to grow my channel. Thank you and see you. Bye.